And now I want to introduce the chairman of our 2017 Claims Conference Committee. He's in charge of helping this year's conference get you inspired, engaged, and creative. He's JoshSchaad, Divisional Vice President with PLRB member Great American P&C Group. Let's hear it for our 2017 Claims Conference Chair, JoshSchaad.
Thank you, Tom. My teacher is Miss Bonkers. She's as bouncy as a flea. I'm not certain what she teaches, but I'm glad she teaches me. Look, look, she chirps, I'll show you how to tell a cactus from a cow, and then I shall instruct you why a hippo cannot hope to fly. She even teaches frogs to dance and pigs to put on underpants. One day she taught a duck to sing. Miss Bonkers teaches everything. Theodore Geisel, aka Dr. Seuss, was born and raised here in Massachusetts. This year will mark the grand opening of his museum in Springfield, Mass. The excerpts I read are from his little-known book, Hooray for Diffendorfer Day. It's one of my favorite children's books because it celebrates individuality and creativity, which I think go along well with this year's PLRB theme, get inspired, get engaged, get creative. In the book, the children are afraid that if they don't do well on their state standardized test, their school will be shut down and they'll have to go to school in dreary Flobbertown. It's miserable in Flobbertown. They dress in just one style, they sing one song, they never dance, they walk in single file. They do not have a playground and they do not have a park. Their lunches have no taste at all. Their dogs are scared to bark. Miss Bonkers calms them down, tries to calm them down, and says, "We taught you that the earth is round, that red and white make pink. But something else that matters more, we taught you how to think." Have you ever worked for a company that reminds you of dreary Flobbertown? I feel sorry for employees who are afraid to make decisions or creatively solve problems because the company values the process more than it does the solution. Our industry won't move forward because we're excellent process providers. It will move forward because we're excellent solution providers, with creativity being the difference between being an innovator or being a follower. I'll never forget the first day I went to work at Great American. A corporate officer named Karen Harrell came to speak with my group of new employees. The first thing she did was talk about how much she believed in the quote, "It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission," and why. I was taken aback that this bigwig would take time out of her busy day to speak to us peons that hadn't even worked one full day at Great American and tell us that the company wouldn't have hired us if they didn't have confidence in our abilities to make decisions on our own. She said we'd be given the freedom to be creative and fail without punishment if what we did was done with forethought. And I think Miss Bonkers would agree. As long as you have forethought, good moral intent, and do the right thing, you should push the boundaries, think for yourself, and not be afraid of criticism. That's what inspired me throughout my insurance career. And that feeling I had inspires me to inspire others. Normal people tend to shy away from conflict because it's unpleasant and uncomfortable. In the claims world, which is far from normal, it's inevitable and a necessary component for problem solving. Properly addressed, conflict can provide positive results. Problems typically don't go away on their own. We shouldn't assume that if someone doesn't agree with us, they're against us. And we shouldn't assume that we know what others are thinking or they know what we're thinking. We'll leave that to the politicians. Conflict helps to identify problems and foster creative solutions. It enables issues to be prioritized. It brings out ingenuity, and it enables people to become aware of the contributions that they make on an individual basis. As solution providers, we can't shy away from failure or conflict. Dr. Seuss didn't shy away from failure when he had to pitch his first book 26 times before it was published. If everyone agreed with each other, there'd be little innovation, little progress, and few creative ideas. For all you zombie fans out there, or Brad Pitt fans, I'm reminded of the 10th man rule from the movie World War Z. The rule was that a group of 10 always had to have a dissenting opinion, so that if 9 agreed, the 10th would have to dissent and passionately present the opposing argument, regardless of his or her view. We commonly know it as the devil's advocate, and without it, our overconfidence and confirmation bias can blind us to opposing views and groupthink. A while back, my kids asked me what would be some good jobs that may be available when they graduate. I was thinking about telling them sarcastically that if, like me, they got a liberal arts degree, didn't specialize in anything, couldn't find a job, a claim rep would be the perfect job. But then I found myself looking at what we really do. We're the CEO of each and every claim we handle. And although some of us aren't engineers, accountants, attorneys, or executives, we have to be all those things when handling a claim. On each claim, we set a strategy and a vision, build a culture by setting the tone and attitude, hire and lead the team, and manage capital. The CEO claim rep manages the insured, vendors, expectations, company profitability, negotiations, and resolutions. There's someone that takes ownership in the file, has an open and inquisitive mindset, strives to solve problems, communicates effectively, and thinks critically and creatively. Anyone can be taught to carry out a list of tasks that never vary. It's more difficult to be someone who actively and skillfully conceptualizes, applies, analyzes, and evaluates information to reach a solution. And that's what we all do as CEO claim reps. You may have noticed that I refer to claim reps versus claims adjusters. Whomever started calling us claims adjusters did us a major disservice. When an insured hears that you're a claims adjuster, do they immediately think you're going to adjust their claim higher or lower? I guarantee you the answer is lower. So when you introduce yourself, essentially you're telling the insured by your title that you're the person that's going to come in and lower their claim. Obviously that's not what we do, but perception is reality, especially when you see commercials all the time portraying us that way. I challenge all the claims adjusters here to try to call yourself something different, especially when you're a CEO of each and every claim you handle. The average age and experience level at the PLRB national conferences has gone up substantially over the years, and it's to those seasoned individuals that I challenge to look for opportunities to be the catalyst for someone else's turning point in their claims journey. While they last, I'll be giving out Dunkin' Donut gift cards to anyone who comes by and tells me about their most inspiring moment or the defining point in their insurance career. I'm not the greatest public speaker and kind of an introvert. Years ago, I presented for the PLRB and didn't obtain very good feedback marks. Yet I'm up here today because I could laugh at myself, which is easy to do, learn from mistakes, and move on. Everyone here that's been doing claims for a few years has those same qualities, since I can't imagine surviving in the conflicts of the claims world without them. I think Dr. Seuss would agree that it's up to you whether you choose to get inspired, get engaged, get creative. And don't forget, you're never more alive than you are when you're on the stretch. So get out of your comfort zone this week and take advantage of the Lord's gifts. Thank you.